Okay, welcome to, I guess we are in week 8 now, aren't we? Is that right? So let me go over here to the modules. I always get mixed up what week we're in. Okay, I guess we're in week 9. So, what's going to happen for this week? This is, obviously, we're sort of coming to the end of things. I'm just going to assign these plotting videos. So we're going to learn how to do plotting this week in Manum. Almost everybody looked like they were able to get Manum installed. Man, I know it is a challenging thing to do. It was challenging for me to do it. Every single time I've installed it, I've always ran into problems, and it seems like it's different problems each time. It's just kind of an irritating thing to do. At any rate, I'm going to use the videos that I used, that I made last fall, since they're still pretty fresh, these plotting and Manum videos. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to post a video that I made for my class last fall as well, that I actually made it for my class to use. You'll see the video and you'll look at it and you'll be like, okay, not wonderful. However, it took me like 10 hours to do the video. So obviously a lot of that was, just learning how to do things, but I already knew quite a bit of Manum when I was doing it. It just took me forever to make the video. It took me a while to make the animation the way that I wanted to get everything timed the way that I wanted to, and then it took me a while to get the audio matched up with the video, and even still the audio is not matched up with the video as well as I would want it to be. But I think this is just something that has a steep learning curve to it. At least for me, but I think you can do some really cool stuff with it once you learn how to do it. And so I hope that you'll be able to use Manum in stuff like your classes, whatever you're doing. I just think it's kind of a cool tool to know, which is why I like to teach it. It uses programming. It uses, why do I like it? Well, it ties together a few things. It ties together programming, which we learned, and it ties together mathematical communication. It's sort of a new form of mathematical communication. A new form meaning aside from just a lecture or a written work or even a slideshow. I used to spend a lot of time talking about using Beamer, which is a LaTeX slideshow thing. I think this is probably more interesting, more challenging too, but I think it's also more interesting, and it just sort of gives a different dimension of communication. Why do I say that? Well, one, it's definitely visual. There's a lot of visual stuff going on, which is not something we've talked much about. It's oral, you're saying things, which we have talked a little bit about in some of the teaching math stuff. There's written stuff going on as well. And another thing that I think is challenging for me about making videos, like this one, for example, is that I don't have you guys to look at. You don't have an audience that you're getting feedback from. So you kind of have to anticipate a lot. You have to anticipate what people might get and what they might not get, and kind of understand the fact that in making a video, you don't have that communication with the audience, but you do have the freedom that your audience does have the freedom of going back and watching it again. So you might be able to say things a little more terse, or maybe not repeat yourself as much in a video because people can just go back and watch it again. Stuff like that. Things like that, you sort of, it's just a different medium, so you have to think through it differently. So that's another reason that I like it. So there have been so far 7 assignments, I think. Let me check this. Yeah, 7 assignments. So there's going to be one more assignment due next week, and then that would be homework 8, and then there's going to be a project like this. Project 2 is also going to be graded as another homework assignment, so that'll get us up to homework 8. There's homework 9, including the one that's going to be due next Monday, and then the project that's going to be also another homework assignment. So at the end, there's going to be 10 homework assignments. Okay, if you have problems about the way things are graded, ask me. I think there's an issue with some of the discussion grades that I need to look at, but other than that, I think everything has been graded more or less. I think people are I haven't gotten complaints about the grade aside from stuff like that. But if you do have things I've graded wrong, stuff like that, please let me know. Okay. I think that's it for this week's introduction video.